In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at this Nilfisk P200 pressure washer, which is the top of the line in their domestic range. This was kindly sent by Nilfisk, so I'm going to be putting it through its paces, talking about some of the pros and cons, how to set it up and everything that you get with it. So speaking of the setup out of the box, there's very little to do here as it pretty much comes fully assembled. There's just a few little bits to clip together for some of the onboard storage and that hose inlet on the front. In terms of what you get with this pressure washer, you get the gun and the extension lance which connects together with a bayonet fitting. There are two separate nozzles which go onto the end of that lance, and these are pretty chunky, robust feeling metal nozzles. So you get the turbo nozzle which should not be used on a car's paintwork, but is really good for patio cleaning, and you also get the fan nozzle as well. The P200 model also does come with a foam cannon, and you get a 15 metre hose on an integrated hose reel. So next I want to talk about the performance of this machine because it is where it really impressed me. So the stats on the box are a max pressure of 200 bar, which is definitely high for an electric pressure washer. And then the max flow rate is 650 litres per hour, which works out at about 10.8 litres per minute. These are both very impressive stats, particularly for a domestic pressure washer, and the highest on any machine that I've ever used. In practice as well, this definitely translates. The pressure on this is very high. You obviously don't want to get too close to the paintwork as you wouldn't with any pressure washer, but for rinsing off pre-wash chemicals, this definitely has a lot of power to it to help remove dirt and grime, particularly when combined with a decent pre-wash chemical, and get the car really as clean as possible by the time you actually make contact with the paintwork. The pressure on the side is adjustable, which is a nice feature, so if you are a little bit worried that it's too powerful, you can obviously always dial that back. Having that max pressure though is really useful for patio cleaning in particular, as whether you're using the turbo nozzle or a patio cleaner attachment, it's going to save quite a bit of time with that extra power. The flow rate of 650 litres per hour is incredibly impressive. I generally pay more attention to the flow rate on a pressure washer rather than the max pressure, as I find that really does help speed up the overall cleaning process. So again, when it comes to rinsing snow foams off or rinsing shampoos off, it does just feel very efficient. Another benefit of this machine as well is that you can actually run it from a water tank or a bucket if you're using the suction hose, so that's very useful if you do happen to find yourself in a hosepipe ban. Next up, I wanted to do a bit of a deep dive into the accessories that this comes with. So I'm going to start things off with the gun and the lance. So in order to use any of the two nozzles, whether that be the turbo or the fan, you do have to connect that extension lance to the gun. Neither of them will connect onto that shorter trigger gun. So this is obviously fine if you do want a bit of extra reach, for example if you're patio cleaning or cleaning a large vehicle and need that extra reach for the roof. But generally I do prefer a shorter trigger gun, especially when I'm cleaning down wheels and trying to get into the arches, but also if I'm negotiating a tighter space, it just feels a lot easier with a shorter gun. I did get a little bit of fatigue when I started using the trigger for quite a long time. Personally, I would use an aftermarket short trigger and the quick release nozzles and foam cannon on this particular machine, as I do think it offers an overall better experience. Hopefully if you are looking for a more premium machine like this, then you will already have some accessories that you can just adapt. I'm personally always a fan of the aftermarket ones available, and I've tried quite a lot of pressure washers by a few different brands now, and that has been my recommendation with all of them. In terms of the nozzles, I do really like the build quality of these, they do feel nice and solid. The turbo nozzle is fairly straightforward and does an excellent job. The fan nozzle, which is the one that you would use for car cleaning, is quite narrow. It's certainly not too narrow to be using on a car, but it does slow you down a little bit. If it had a slightly wider fan, it would obviously be quicker to rinse things down. And I personally only find a more focused one like this more useful for wheel cleaning. So I would prefer it if there was maybe an additional nozzle that came with this that had a wider fan pattern, but again, if you are going down the aftermarket route, this isn't going to be a concern. In terms of the foam cannon, it does feel like the build quality is solid, and it has a fairly wide mouth opening, making it a lot easier to fill and rinse out the bottle. It does also have a filter inside here which you can take out and clean, which is always nice to see. However, it's not my favourite foam cannon because there's very little adjustability to it. You can't adjust the fan width, although it is set to a pretty decent level. You can only adjust the draw rate. So I use the foam cannon on its maximum draw rate, which means it's pulling up as much solution from the bottle as possible. And I noticed that the draw rate was actually super slow on this and probably about twice as slow as my usual foam cannons. This meant that when I was using my regular dilution, the foam came out very thin. Even when I dialed it up quite a bit, so I used Yum foam and put 75ml into 500ml of water, which is definitely more than I would normally use, the foam was still pretty thin, so you do have to use quite a lot. It does balance out because you are draining the bottle obviously slower, so even if you're putting more chemical in that bottle, you aren't technically using any more, as you're just not going to have to refill the foam cannon as often. However, it's just not my preference and it would make it difficult to get higher panel impact ratios for some snow foams like the built Hamber ones, without basically having to put a neat solution in the bottom. So again, I would personally prefer to go down the aftermarket route with the foam cannon. One accessory though that I was a big fan of was the hose, which is a really good quality one. It can loop up a touch as you're walking sort of back and forth around the car, but that's something I've experienced with every hose. What it doesn't do is kink up, which is the worst thing, and it does lie flat on the floor. It's also a 15-metre one on this particular machine, and I can't really think of a situation where I'd need more than that, and I can get around a large vehicle fully whilst having the pressure washer set back a bit. Also, it comes on an integrated hose reel, which is really nice for easy storage. One thing to note before I move on is that this is a very heavy machine due to that induction motor, so it actually weighs in at 29.7 kilos. Moving it around though I found actually quite easy, as it does have pretty chunky wheels on it, so even on a rough surface I had no trouble, and moving it around isn't something you'll probably have to do much with it having that 15-metre hose on it. As has become tradition in my pressure washer reviews, I also did want to do a quick noise test. Now, as I said, this has an induction motor which makes it quieter than cheaper machines which have what's called a universal motor. I wouldn't class it as quiet by any means, but it definitely does not have an ear-splitting quality to it, so I will jump into a quick comparison now so you can hear what it's like against some other machines. One thing that I did massively appreciate with this pressure washer was all the onboard storage and the thought that's gone into the design of it. So there's storage for both the gun and the lance, and also a little place which is labelled for the nozzles on the back. The foam cannon also gets its little spot too, which is secured into place by a rubber strap, and the mains cable also gets a place where you can wind it up. It does have a telescopic handle as well, although I found the button on the side which you use to both pull it up and push it down a little bit stiff, which is a little bit of a minor complaint. So the price of this machine is £539.99 in the UK, so it obviously is in that premium price bracket. Nilfisk have very kindly offered a discount code though, which is ACHQ, that'll get you 10% off, bringing the price down to £486, so that's over a £50 discount, so a pretty decent chunk. It's certainly not an entry-level pressure washer, and it's something you're probably going to be upgrading to. And I think regardless of what you're probably upgrading from, you'll be very impressed with the performance of it, in particular the flow rate. The flow rate makes a massive difference, and also the pressure for those situations like patio cleaning is a really nice thing to have. With that said though, I appreciate this might be a little bit too much for people who are going to be using it more casually. So I am going to link in the description some other pressure washer reviews which are of cheaper models, so you can have a look and see if they're suitable instead. It comes with a 2-year warranty, but you can extend that to 5 years if you do register it on yournilfisk.com within 30 days. One thing to note though is this is a domestic only warranty, so if you are planning on using it for professional use then it will void that. I will pop a link to this machine and list the discount code in the description too. And if you have found this video useful, it'd be brilliant if you could drop it a like, and thanks very much for watching.